good evening to all our viewers watching. This is the fourth game of the day, this lovely evening here at Anyanya National Stadium. It's going to be the Kodok Warriors from Eldoret going up against Anyanya 1 from Kajiado. The Kodok Warriors finishing their group competition 3-0. Anyanya 1 lost one game, so they finished second in Group D. As we take a look at the Kodok Warriors lineup, that's going to be your squad taking care of business this evening in Nairobi. We've had games taking place all the way from December 12th and will continue until the 18th as you take a look at Anyanya 1's lineup. Before, we had a very, very entertaining game between the Originals and Suda Eagles. We saw the Eagles walk away with that victory. And earlier on, the two quarterfinal games, the Mentors won 65-62. And Nakuru Hawks took down the Longhorns in epic fashion. And so with the winner of this game, we have got our bracket for the semifinals, which will be taking place tomorrow, still here at Anyanya National Stadium. As this final game of the evening goes underway, I'm Salale Shani, and I'm joined by the amazing Cletus Masingu, the basketball encyclopedia when it comes to grassroots hoops in Nairobi, Kenya. Cletus, how you doing?
I'm very much okay, and I'm very much looking forward to this one because the names on that floor, most of them are familiar to us, but for our viewers, these are some of the best basketball players we have in this country. And you can look at the lineups and you can talk about them, but there's too much talent on that floor right now to even begin to contemplate. Alvin Otieno is the one calling the basketball right now, the number 7 for the Anyanya. It's going to be an interesting game, Selala, if to say the least, because I have a feeling these teams knowing each other very well, those players knowing each other very well, is going to create some sort of incredible competition here today.
Well, that's what we love to see. And just to clarify, as we see the attempt and the finish from James Marol, it's going to be Kodok Warriors in the red, and Anyanya are going to be in the maroon jerseys. James Marol, a huge problem in Kenya's basketball league. Listen, he's athletic, he's a great offensive player, and always fun to watch. And one of my favorite things about him is that he makes his free throws.
Yeah, and that is the key part of a basketball game. If you can't make your free throws, then you've got an advantage, a very big one at that. You can see Evan Alair over there, Alair Moses, number 5.
The Ask Cup. You can see the hashtag at the bottom right screen there, Ask Cup 25, the second edition of this tournament, hosted by the Ask Foundation, run by Adut Kir, that's South Sudanese president's daughter, and she uses the foundation to support youth empowerment and women's empowerment. And this is some of the best young talent, South Sudanese talent in the country, as we see the steal, and Anyanya with the opportunity to get up on the scoreboard. Yes, they do. The finish from number 7 of Anyanya.
Well, Alvin Otieno is absolutely sensational. We've seen him a couple of times, encountered him. The number 7, who is playing for Anyanya, is absolutely good at what he does.
Back to the action, too strong off the glass. Daniel Atian. Mbaka kicks it out to Alier. Alier, not sure what his plan was with the ball, but ball goes off the foot of one of Anyanya's players. So he's going to stay on this end of the floor. Take another look at that. The attempt, no good. Anyanya crashes the boards. Machot, long pass. And now the 3 ball, no. He's robbed. The putback isn't going to get there either. Here comes Baka on the fast break. Handoff for the shot. And the Warriors lose a handle on it. It's going to go back the other way. Alier, step back 3, misses everything. Didn't have the legs to complete the play. A lot of Thunder players on this Kodok Warriors team.
Yeah, they've assembled very well, the Kodok Warriors, and they will have...
the attempt from Machot. Fouled on the way up, so he'll head to the stripe to shoot 2. And this game is moving along quickly. 6 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. Kodok with the 1-point lead.
While Alier Moses will bring the ball up for Kodok. Kodok, who finished top seeds. Otieno loses out. Anyanya Brown.
Oh, that's why I didn't recognize Alvin. He shaved his hair.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, that can't be Alvin. He doesn't have dreads.
The dreads are out.
He decided to start his new year early. You know, people like doing drastic things like that at the beginning of a new year or their birthday or something, or a breakup.
What?
So maybe someone needs to check in on Alvin.
Or a New Year resolution. By the way, you just mentioned it. Maybe I will next time I see him.
Let him know if everything is okay.
I will ask him if everything is okay. Yeah. A change of habit, perhaps, which we usually don't keep to it. We just say it at the beginning of the year and we stick to it for 1 week because probably you're broke and you don't have those, you don't have the funds to finance that bad habit that you do have. And after a week, you go back to your normal self. Then by the end of the January, you've forgotten your New Year's resolution.
Clay, I hope you're not speaking from experience. You went into very intense detail.
Well, what can I say?
Either way, it is good to see Alvin on the floor as we get to the 5 minutes mark of this first quarter. It's Kodok with the lead. 10 points to 9. Marol on the line. He has a phenomenal free throw shooter, off the mark on that attempt. Here comes Jordan to bring the ball up. Jordan attempts from way beyond the arc.
Al-Agulet Malek there.
Alier manages to kick it out to Marol. Marol off target. Big boards from Malek. Then the kick out for the mid-range jumper is good. Alier Moses gets up on the scoreboard. Otieno drive, kick out for the shot. He thought about it. And Alier tries to pick his pocket.
Alier Moses is one of those players who came all the way from Kapenguria to be where he is today. And I saw him play a very long time ago. He was in primary school then, played at French School Kamsinga tournament, and you see how far he's come, and the player on the ball, you are amazed with what people can do when they put their mind to it.
Jordan at the wing decides to go all the way with it, gets the bounce and the bucket. Jordan Ripkew also plays with the National League for Equity Dumas. A long cross-court pass. Couldn't get to its target. We've got a timeout on the floor.
Well, that's better. That's better use of a timeout. If I was a coach, I would at least give it a minute or two.
This is the first timeout of the quarter, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But it's taken quite a while for it to come. Not like the other game, you remember? That timeout that they did take very early on inside the opening 2 minutes.
Well, it didn't come back to haunt them. They didn't run out of timeouts by the end of the game. But yeah, there's been a lot of there's not been a lot of stoppage in this game so far. We're already at the 4 minutes 30 mark left in the first quarter. It's a 3-point game, and you get the sense the offensive tempo was not like what we saw in the previous game, where it was very up tempo. They're pushing the ball on fast breaks. They're knocking down shots. These two teams are still kind of easing into it.
That is the best part of it. So we just know we are in for a fantastic finale. So at some stage, it's going to be very, very interesting when it does open up.
We saw Jordan from distance. He does have that range. So got to get a hand in his face as soon as he crosses the half court. The Ask Foundation Cup promoting unity above everything else. And I think one of the things I love is just how there are teams from all over the country. And of course, South Sudan. Kakuma, Bungoma, Kajiado, Machakos, Eldred, Nakuru, Thika, Juba.
Yeah.
By the way, it's not just the men who are playing. There are a couple of ladies teams in town as well. 4 women's teams this year. Maybe next year we'll get to 6 or 8.
Yeah, you hope that that there is that balance also, because this game is meant to promote and to give purpose to some youth, those who are willing to take the opportunity. And this is it. You come here, showcase your talent. You never know who's watching.
Machot trying to get around his defender, didn't have the angle for that attempt, and it's going to be a travel call on him.
Well, I don't understand how you find yourself in a wedgie and then you still try to get the basket of it. It defeats the purpose.
Baka from distance. He's another person who you cannot allow to get comfortable from beyond the 3-point line. As James Morrow with the steal, Alier now at the wing. Look at the handles and the find in the low block. Beautiful, beautiful play for James Marol and Alier. And now the huge step back 3 isn't going to get there.
That's Mabut Deng just throwing basketball, not taking care of it at all.
Machot tries to get it past his defender. It's a kickball, so possession stays with Anyanya.
Kodok Warriors look much more stronger than the Anyanya at this stage, Anyanya one at this stage of the game, and I expect it to keep opening up as the game goes forward.
Jordan now at the top of the key. He wants to screen. He gets it. Pick and roll, no need. Fires, left-handed shot is good. And that's 2 back-to-back 3-point.
Well, he faked as well.
For Jordan, yes. The response on the other end of the floor from Kel Deng.
Well, I have to say this game is starting to look much more just like the other one.
I mean, coming out of that timeout, you can see the energy has picked up, and both teams are moving a little bit more fluidly. As Otieno finds the bottom of the net. Hand down, man down.
Four in a row, 4 in a row. Can he make it 5? Oh, Alier misses out.
Anyanya trying to cut down this lead. Alvin, heat check. No. The flow is not quite there as Dismas Mbaka pushes the ball on transition. And Mbaka is one of those players who you have to stop the ball before he gets going. Like, steal another basket right there. He's one of those players who's very locked in mentally and is always a great two-way player.
Yeah, and he's usually, you don't even realize that he's eating at you. And you just think, you look at all the other players and you are focused on all the other players, not focusing on the one that you really should be focused on. He just eats at you little by little, until one day you wake up and it's gone completely. Like, the game is gone. You're wondering, how did I lose the basketball game? Oh, he had a steal there. You had a turnover there. He scored a layup. He dropped a tray there. And at the end of the day, he finishes with 20 points, couple of assists to his name, 20 of rebounds, and you wonder how he got there. It's simply because you're not paying attention to the finer details of a basketball game. And some of those details is not the one who is scoring all the time.
So looking at the shooting percentage from beyond the arc, both teams shooting pretty well. Anytime you have a team that's shooting 30% and above, they're in a good place. When you're shooting from
beyond the arc.
From beyond the arc, particularly. As Machot misses his first free throw. Anyanya have not really been able to get to the line that much in this first quarter. It's going to be the second time as Machot misses both, and Alier to bring the ball up. Alier, he's got Jordan on him. Jordan not able to stick with it, but they managed to disrupt the attempt there and then to turnover on the other end of the floor. And that's just deflating. When you get a steal and then now it leads straight to a turnover immediately.
Yeah, it is very deflating because you've worked so hard to get that basketball and then you just give it away with no resistance whatsoever.
Mbaka to Dang. Dang almost loses it. Mbaka chases it down, keeps it alive. And then he just couldn't get a handle on the ball as we have another turnover for the Kodok Warriors. Wide open three is very openly missed.
That is very wild. Just wild. There is no. Was that an attempt?
It really was. Marol doesn't have much time to shoot. 6, shakes off his defender, draws the foul, and heads to the free throw line, and that's just what he does. As we take another look at that replay.
When Marol wants to play, he plays. But when he wants to have some time with the talking to the officials, that's where his game stops being his game and it becomes someone else's game.
You can see he's got the handles on him too. Sends his defender to the floor.
He's a fantastic player.
Misses the free throw. And then Alier with the steal. And that was just a little bit of a sloppy pass from number 8, Jacob Aliu.
Well, such mistakes are the things that you need to avoid in a game of basketball. There's no need to just give it away. You lose out the ball and then you give away a foul. You're essentially punishing your team twice in less than a second or two.
Trying to wrap up the first quarter here. Kick out for the 3 ball. No. It's chased down by Mbaka. And goes out of bounds. Anyanya with just enough time for a final possession here. About 15 seconds of game left on the clock. Long pass from Marol. And the nice, easy finish by Deng on the other end of the floor. As it has now become an 11-point game, Kodok Warriors have managed to maintain the lead throughout this first quarter. Jordan, late shot, isn't going to get there. That will take us to the end of the first quarter. Kodok Warriors 26 points, Anyanya 17.
Well, it's becoming that kind of game, isn't it? Whereby it's starting to move into that stage whereby it's going to be one thing or another, because the ball is staying a lot out of play. Every time, 1 minute, the ball is out. As we look at the field statistics for this basketball game, Kodok leading by far, 55 to 28. The 2-point percentage is where the difference is huge, with 77 to 23. And it's a good basketball game, but the assist, look at that, 0 for Anyanya Brown. Means they are not sharing the basketball as well as they should have. And 8 for Kodok Warriors. So the scoreline really reflects exactly what is on the screen.
Again, if you're just joining us, it's the 4th quarterfinal game of the day between Kodok Warriors in the red and Anyanya in the maroon. Kodok with a significant lead that they're trying to extend. And a lot of that has come from the hands of Dismas Mbaka right there, who is not just dishing out passes, but getting himself involved on the offensive end as well. He is at 5 points, but it's James Marol who's leading the way at 9 for Kodok Warriors. And getting some good support from K. Deng at 8 points. Alier brings the ball up. A kick out to the wing. David Etiang is checked into the game for the first time here. Marol out to Etiang. Etiang fires. Etiang couldn't get it to drop. And it's now the runner from Alvin Otieno, who's doing his best to keep them in this game. Spin move. Oh, and he had all kinds of contact on that attempt. So Anyanya pick up a team foul as Bior Aguer will head to the line.
Well, he missed the first one. Gets the second one. Here's Aliu. Tiang will try to inbound. With Tiang. For Anyanya Brown. Anyanya one has been trying to get back in this matchup, whereby it's been all Kodok at the minute. Everything is working their way, with Alier bringing the ball up here into Otiang. And then it picks out Baka into Alier. Blocked and rejected by Jordan, who lays it off. Does it? I think he went out of play.
Yeah, he went out of bounds when he was trying to save that.
Alier. Baka. Tiang, oh, good fake. However, he travels there. That is shocking. When you do that, you've already done the hardest part whereby you've already faked the opponent. The opponent is no more, and then you travel.
And there to bring the ball up. Long pass to find Baka. Corner three. No. Jordan with the defensive board and the nice threading the needle.
Etienne should have made the most of that. He really should have.
He really should have.
It would have been a play, a wonderful, wonderful play to watch.
Now, Marol. Great footwork. Tries to get it off the glass. Just a little bit too soft on that effort. Off the glass. It's going to be Jordan with the ball at the wing. Thought about feeding the post. Wanted the ISO instead. Goes for the shot.
Well, remember that one-on-one that I was talking about earlier?
Right.
Well,
Are you going to tell me that he was the one who played against
exactly.
Jackson?
Yeah, he lost against Jackson.
Well, I don't think that was the right play to go for in that particular possession.
Exactly. He should have passed the basketball,
Yes.
moved the ball around a little bit, but he
Right.
didn't because he's still thinking on that one-on-one mentality. And once you're thinking like that way, in a 5-on-5, it's going to cause a problem.
Well, if he doesn't adjust the way Jackson did, like you said, it's going to be a problem as Marol keeps on going from strength to strength. James Marol Ashe, he's not new to this, he's true to this. And he is leading all players in scoring right now in this first quarter with 13 points.
Well, if there's a player I'm wondering who is on this team list that I am not seeing is Joshua Ethiang. I think he will do well to show up for his team because his team needed him right now at this point in time.
Joshua Etienne and Daniel Etienne, any relation?
I have no idea. I would like to find out.
They actually look
alike.
Yeah, so I want to say that they are brothers.
It would
cousins,
be nice.
Something.
It would be nice, wouldn't it? But I wonder where he's at. His team need him. They really do.
They do indeed. Kodok Warriors now at 31. Anyanya 19 points. And Kodok continuing to create the distance. The winner of this game will be the final entrance to the semifinal stage that will be played tomorrow afternoon. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that as we determine who will advance to the finals, which will be played at Kasarani Indoor Arena on Thursday. Atian shakes off the first defender, slices through and gets to the cup. Oh, he must be related to Joshua.
Yeah,
that athleticism.
And the movement as well.
Yeah, though they must be related. And then Atiang on the other end of the floor, not able to respond. Anyanya rushing their offense just a little bit. They're not using the shot clock as well as they could. And they're not dishing the ball out or distributing it as well as they could either, as Dismas Mbaka knocks down another three-point shot for him. Right now, Anyanya has 0 assists.
Yeah, they are not doing that. You've seen even the basket that Etienne has just scored. He did it by himself. there was no assist involved. We've seen Jordan take shots individually without moving the ball around, trying to create space and dish it out to an opposition. See, he goes again all the way. No pass involved, no assist to record.
I don't know if that pass was necessary though. That was a tough take from him. And he's a strong player, as Dismas Baka. We know how much of an assist king he is as he finds David Etienne on the cut. But it just makes for prettier basketball.
Yeah, he does, and makes it good to watch. But if you're playing all alone and you want to do everything on your own, makes it a little bit difficult for the team to win the game.
So more than halfway through the second quarter, as Kodok Warriors have now hit their offensive stride, momentum very comfortably on their side right now, and continuing to create some distance here. Jordan, left-handed, almost got it.
Well, if you look on the outside, you've got 4 players who you could pass that ball to instead of trying to go all the way into the basket. Well, the one-on-one mentality here is getting involved, and I'm afraid that Anyanya, that might be their downfall.
That might be their downfall indeed. It seems to be their go-to action, but it's not working for them as well as they can. A team effort is always the preferred option.
Yeah, because you need the other 4 guys to help you on defense. If it was, I've always said this to you, Silale, if you want to play an individual sport, pick tennis. You can play all alone, nobody's going to bother you, or you can go to swimming, perhaps. Also, that way, nobody can tell you, pass me some water. No, you can just swim your way to victory. All alone, nobody will help you out.
Akuch Deng bailing out his teammate. Gets Kodok Warriors to 38 points as Alier with another steal. And the layup finish as Kodok Warriors finish the first quarter with 26. They've got 40 now.
Well, this is just starting to take shape like the second quarter final, whereby the opposition was blown away. It doesn't really look good for the opponents here. Anyanya won. This could be any score right now if we look at the balance of play. And Alvin Otieno just checked back in because I expected more from him, to be fair.
More from Alvin.
Yeah, he can do better, but he's still now playing just the way the others were playing instead of sharing the basketball.
Baka, cross-court pass to Etienne. Etienne, baseline drive, yes. Gets that one to drop, and Kodok Warriors now have managed to extend this to a 20-point lead with 3:23 on the game clock. Angelo Mabior got the rock in his hand, kicks it out. Otieno runs right into Mabior, and the chemistry is off. Clay.
Have you ever gone to one of those? It looks like this team was just assembled on yesterday or in the beginning of the 12th in the morning, and they came together and say, you know what, let's go for this. And then they came together and then decided to play the basketball game because they're playing individually. Nobody's passing the basketball to anyone else. Have you ever gone to one of those tournaments whereby a team has been assembled with some of the best players and they just can't seem to click? That's what I'm watching with Anyanya one right now. It is just looking that way. It looks like they got all these wonderful players, but they cannot gel.
Because they do have a lot of talent on their team lineup, on their roster, but like you said, they're just not working together. As we have a Mabior picking up a foul. It's going to be red ball. Etienne, he's been cold from beyond the arc. Maybe now the shooting stroke might finally be there. Keep on saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Well, it's turning into a hammering very early on because...
That's a great pass. And then He robs Alier of the assist. Here comes Anyanya on the other end of the floor. Otieno kicks it out for the shot. Mabior makes the extra pass, and that's better basketball. They've got a second opportunity to try and score.
Move the ball around.
Mabior tries to take things into his own hands and comes up empty.
Well, why not just pass this basketball around? It's almost like everyone is playing for themselves. It's like they go to that bench and they tell each other, let's play for ourselves. I'll play for myself, you play for yourself. That's the first time you just complimented them for playing very good basketball, which they did. Less than a second later, someone decides to take matters in their own arms from long range when there is defense right in front of your face. I mean, this is just not the way basketball should be played. If you're watching a basketball game, you don't want to play like an individual sport.
Tieno trying to feed the post. Didn't have quite the angle post player wanted to receive the ball. They managed to keep things alive on this end of the floor. It's going to be Mabior to inbound. Gets it into Jordan. Jordan, slight hesitation, then goes all the way with it. But I think it might have been a shot clock violation. It sounded like the buzzer went off before he finished.
However, I think the basket will stand.
The basket will stand. And he has a chance to make it a three-point play.
No assist as of yet. We're still waiting for that one. He still went all the way. He did it all by himself again.
It was a good move. He saw the center lane, took it. No one was home. Was able to finish. And then it misses the free throw. This looks like it was a line violation, so he's got another chance to score. Misses again.
Well, it's not going very well for them. And when you're playing individually like that, it makes it very, very difficult. From what I'm gathering, I think most of these players right now, the way they're taking these shots, I think they're just taking imprudent shots, if you will. Someone just takes a shot because they feel they should. And for you to cut a lead that the trouble that they are in right now, for you to cut that to even a single digit, you're going to have to play as a team. You're going to have to play as a team. Because it's not like Kodok are doing anything special, are they? They're just moving the basketball.
They're playing simple but effective basketball. Well, Coach Andy of Anyanya has a lot to talk about at the halftime. But he can talk as long as he wants. It won't mean anything if his players don't buy in to what he's saying, as Mabior fakes, attempts, no go.
He could have dished it out. He drawn in the plays.
Now it's under a minute to go here in the first half. Jordan gets the defensive board. The pass to Otieno. Otieno, extra pass to Mabior. Mabior gets the space he wants. And Anyanya's scoring woes continue in this second quarter. They're shooting 25% from mid-range. And they are 3 for 9 from beyond the arc, which isn't bad, but they need to attempt more. Etiang now on the drive, draws the defense, kicks it out, travel.
Yeah. Well, incredible. With all these opportunities that Anyanya are being gifted, they are not taking any of them.
30 seconds to go in the game. Machot kicks it out to Mabior, back to Machot. And then the kick out again to Jordan. He's got 5 to shoot. Goes right at the defense, manages to draw the foul. So he'll end up on the charity stripe. And again, it's not pretty basketball for Anyanya.
No,
They've got all the ingredients,
you're
but
right
they're not following the recipe for success.
they are just playing. I don't know what they're doing on that floor, but they are participating though. They are playing their part in allowing Kodok to simply run away with it for fun. Though Jordan has been a standout, he still can do much better with moving the ball around. He gets the 2 free throws right.
Gatquath throws it right into the hands of Alvin Otieno. Jordan to get the final field goal of the half. And it's the left-handed punch home that brings them down to 17 points differential from Kodok Warriors. So the final score of this first half is Kodok Warriors 47, Anyanya 30. Jordan fighting hard for his team, but the phrase for the day is team effort.
Yeah, they really need to
It
think
has to
about
be teamwork.
Yeah, it's teamwork. And you've said it over and over again. As we look at the statistics here, there isn't too much difference apart from the field goal percentages, the 2-point percentages,
And the assists.
and the assists.
As it stands right now, Kodok Warriors have 15 assists. Anyanya have 1.
Wow.
So Kodok Warriors are distributing the ball. They're finding the extra man. They're playing as a team.
How do you have 1 assist from the first quarter? It means everyone is playing for themselves. Nobody is playing for the team. Everyone is playing for themselves. And we've seen that practically and physically. We can see it. They are just not doing it. They're just not passing the ball to each other. Yeah? And even if I pass you the basketball, it's not coming back to you, is it?
It really isn't. So here we are, Kodok Warriors 47. Anyanya have dug themselves into a 17-point hole. Will they be able to dig themselves out of it? They've got this halftime to figure it out. We'll be right back with more basketball action in just a moment. Top of the third quarter of the quarterfinal game here at Anyanya National Stadium between Kodok Warriors and Anyanya of Kajiado. Kodok Warriors 17-point lead for them on the back of great team effort, as Anyanya have been trying to score but doing it individually. High arcing three-point shot way off from Jacob Aliu.
Well, they've begun right where they left off with that one. Move the basketball a little bit on the front court.
Tieno handoff to Jordan. Jordan leading all players in scoring for his team at 19 points and gets that three-pointer to drop, putting him at 22. And he has been the only player that has really been delivering offensively for Anyanya. The next top scorer is Alvin Otieno at 7 points. But really the statistic that is alarming Clay and I the most is the assists.
They're still on one in the third quarter. How do you have one assist the whole entire game? And they still keep doing the same things, aren't they? So far, the first two attempts that we've seen from Anyanya, none of them has involved more than 3 passes.
Long pass to Otieno. Otieno shakes off Alier, fires, and it's no go as Machot gets it back up top. Jordan now.
You don't allow.
It's a kick out. Shot clock is winding down. They have to put something up. Rushed shot isn't going to get there. And now here comes Etienne feeding Alier. Back to Etienne. Etienne loads, pulls the trigger, and misses as Kodok Warrior get the offensive board and then are called for a travel violation on Bior Aguer. No, excuse me, that's Malek. What color hair is that? Green or blonde?
Green, he loves it dyed, whether it's green, red, he's always done that. I've always wondered, maybe it's the hair. But he's a wonderful player, especially inside the paint. He collects a lot of rebounds. He doesn't complain. Whether you shoot on the defense, he'll pick up the rebound, he'll give you the basketball. He'll go to the offense, he'll pick up the rebound, he'll give you the basketball. He's one of those players who knows exactly what he brings to the team. And so far, he's not left that floor, has he?
No, I don't
Not
believe
at one
he has.
stage. He's there to collect, to do the hard work that probably helps the team more than what anyone else can do. Again, another 3 here.
Aliu drills the 3 ball, gets Anyanya up to 36 points. Got a whistle on the floor. Kodok Warriors called for a team foul. And that was Anyanya's team foul. On the air, beautiful finger roll finish.
Used the baseline. They just couldn't lock down the baseline, and he just went through.
Here comes Anyanya on transition offense. Tieno trying to take it coast to coast. And once again, we've been singing it all evening. They need to share the ball.
Well, they've done that all evening. You think they're going to change it at some stage?
Can only hope. 7:54 to go in the third quarter. Otieno to inbound. Gets it into Deng. Deng looks like he wants to take Maro on. And he manages to draw the foul. Mabut Deng. So he'll head to the free throw line to shoot as Kodok pick up their second team foul. Score is now 51-38. As Dang is off the mark. Alier attacks the closeout, drives and kicks. It's going to be one step too many for Malek. Tieno brings the ball back. Up the court. Tries to find Jordan. Tiang playing some great defense on Jordan. Jordan, such a strong player. Goes right at his defender.
Well, and he had the option to
shakes him right off.
He had the option to drop it, but he does get the basket, so give credit to him.
And Malek on the other end of the floor, he wanted the call, he didn't get it. Jordan doing it all for Anyanya right now. And he's managed to cut down this lead to 9. 7 minutes and 45 seconds. 7 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Kodok Warriors have to call a timeout. And Anyanya, they're still not passing the ball, but I'll tell you what they're doing right. Bully ball, right there, at the hands of Jordan.
They're doing it very well because they're right back in the game.
You give him the space, he shoots it. You try and close out on him, and he takes it right at you. Take a look at that replay right there. Etiang wanted the steal. He goes right at the chest of Marol, who is not a weak player.
Yeah, and 3 people as well. He just went through 3 people to get that basket. That's amazing. Consider the strength that is required. It's very difficult for you to do that. It's not easy. And to get a basket in the end of it, well, that one-on-one thing, I think he has strengthened him to the core.
6 quick points for him. And he is literally willing Anyanya back into this game with his effort. Kodok Warriors, Alier. City Thunder. Is he in the City Thunder team or is he in Twende? He's in Twende.
Twende.
Inbound to Etienne, who has played for Thunder, but also plays for Twende in the Street Ball League. Malek at the low block goes right at his defender. Great footwork. And the lead is back up to double digits. Tieno gets it to Mabior. Mabior, pick and roll, find for the layup, no good. He's in the trees. Mbaka gets the ball right out of his hands. Talk about strong players. Then finish from Alier on the other end of the floor.
He doesn't look like it, but he's extremely strong. You remember a couple of months ago when we saw him shake off one of the strongest players in the league? Like he wasn't even there. Just bumped into him and he was left tumbling down and he finished the basket right the other end. This was Mbaka.
Marol at the baseline, he's got 2 on him, kicks it out to Mbaka. Mbaka fires, no go. And rebound is chased down by Machot. Otieno, there was barely any time off of the shot clock. And for him to attempt that, players weren't set, no one was ready.
He just attempted. It's their style.
Need better decision making from the point guard. Mbaka, the turnaround J, isn't going to get there. It's going to be Anyanya ball.
Well, Anyanya, when they pass the ball or they hand it over to Jordan, they seem to get something out of every offense. But when they start doing individual work by themselves, it becomes even harder, except for, of course, Jordan.
Jordan off on that attempt. It's going to be red ball. Etiang bring things up. And anytime you see a player trying to go coast to coast, you keep on seeing a turnover.
Yeah.
It's a trend. You see it happen very clearly. Whether it's Kodok Warriors or Anyanya, team play wins as Ashe hits the mid-range shot, his first field goal in this half. He's now up to 15 points, 5 rebounds.
They've shared the ball around, and that you can see by the scores. Tells you quite a bit about the kind of game we are having here. Mabut finishes with a mid-range shot for Anyanya.
Maleg manages to draw the foul. So he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. Kodok Warriors have managed to maintain a significant lead. Anyanya managed to knock it down to 7 points differential, and then Kodok Warriors, the momentum went back on their side.
Yeah. Well, this lead is not that big of a lead.
It's not, and there's still plenty of time left in the game for something to happen. But you've seen, even coming out of timeouts, even coming out of halftime, that Anyanya have not really made any major changes to the way that they're playing.
Yes, it's just still this much the same way they started this game.
I'm sure they're also missing the absence of Joshua Atian. As we see Daniel Atian.
Well, he insists on teamwork. Joshua Etiang, he loves playing with the team. He doesn't really enjoy playing by himself, scoring. He can do that, but he doesn't really enjoy it. We've seen him a couple of times when he plays. He likes to pass that ball around. He enjoys when he sees the ball moving around his teammates. Even when he can be the one to go and convert a basket, he would rather pass the basketball. And once that goes through the whole team, it's easier for everyone else to follow suit, because if one of your best players is passing the basketball, then it should be easy for everyone else to do it.
Thought about the shot, set handoff to Otieno. Otieno with the teardrop, not gonna get there. Here comes Mbaka. Mbaka on transition is such a lethal threat. Now the jab step and then the kick out to Marol. No go. Mbaka gets the rebound.
Look at the ball movement.
Indeed.
And selfishness, and then they got it easily, because once you move the ball like that, Etiang will punish you from the three-point line, and that's the biggest difference.
Kodok Warriors, clinical. And then the double dribble on the other end of the floor. Anyanya are out of sorts. And Kodok Warriors looking to bring this back up to a 20-point lead.
Silale, do you know how you get a double dribble like that? It's because you're not thinking of passing this basketball, because you've already fed your man and you still think you can go attack the basket. Instead, you double dribble. You've just used a dribble to beat your man. Wow.
Tough day in the office for Anyanya as they miss another three-point attempt. Dismas, just when you think he's going to go all the way with it, he kicks it out to the open man. That time, Marol couldn't connect. But look at the defensive effort. And then the finish on the other end of the floor forces Anyanya to take a timeout. Kodok Warriors are in business.
Let's just hope after this timeout, the Anyanyas will try to at least pass this basketball around, because there is absolutely no way on earth you can fake your man using a dribble, and then you have now an opportunity either to shoot from that point where you are at and then take another dribble. I do not understand how it gets to that point. The reason why it gets to that point is because you're not thinking of passing this basketball. That is not the option. The only option is you fake your man and you attack the basket. That's it. That's all you're thinking about. You're not thinking about there's another teammate on that floor who is probably free. You're not looking at any other teammate. You're just thinking about yourself, that you can't take this shot and score for your team. And what the result becomes is a 63-44, trailing to a team that you could be so much close to if you did just half of the things that they are doing right now, which is the basic thing about basketball. Pass the basketball.
Share the ball. 20 assists now for the Warriors. And we're not going to even discuss how many assists Anyanya have.
Please
We're not even going to bring it up.
don't even mention it for the viewers.
Atian at the wing. Gets it to Jordan. Jordan swings the ball to the other end of the floor. That was a good ball possession. And when you share it, when you're making sure that a lot of players on the floor get touches, you get the open look and the finish. Aliu with that basket.
And then look at the defense as well.
Ooh, that was a tough move from Alier, the up and under. But look at the defensive effort from Baka. The steal, then the push. Alier, corner three, gets there. And Alier, just when Anyanya started getting a glimmer of hope, he stabs them right in the heart. He's got 13 points.
Well, look at the team with the double digits and the shared points. You can tell the difference. All that is happening simply because the ball is being shared around. And you can say that Ali Moses 13 points, Marol James 17. You look at K. Deng has got 8. Baka has got 8. Etiang has got 12. You look at those numbers and you know that they're sharing the basketball.
5 players are on track to have double-doubles. Rather have a scoring in the doubles. As Alier hits that 3-point shot. It's looking pretty bleak for Anyanya, the team from Kajiado, who has struggled from the opening whistle. Alier now at the left wing. That's a deep 3. Off target. Otieno on the other end of the floor.
Well, Otieno has not been on it today.
Time he misses everything.
Off, yeah. Look at the ball movement again from that team. Well, it's always inevitable. When you move the ball like that, you're either going to get something out of that offense. But if you're not doing the basic stuff like moving the basketball, it becomes tricky. As you look at the percentage for Marol James, 72% from the 2 points, field goal 66%, 5 rebounds, and 17 points to go with it.
That's definitely how you want your front court to be performing. Marol James leading the way for Kodok Warriors, who are continuing to create even more distance. Scores are now at 46-71.
They wouldn't believe their luck today. This was just, they came, they saw, and they finished it, and they took it. They came, they saw, and they won it. It's just...
Baka, good lead pass. Alier manages to keep things alive. And then a shave, pass fake, and then straight to the cup with a smile on his face.
He's enjoying himself out there.
Atian manages to draw the foul. Less than 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter that has been very bleak for Anyanya as the Kodok Warriors keep on going from strength to strength. I tell you, when you start seeing a team having fun on the floor, just know it's game over.
Yeah, because someone is smiling and enjoying themselves and you are trying to get back in the game. But the free throw percentage, however, is good for both these teams. And That's not too bad. 58% for Kodok, 55% for Anyanya.
It's not where you'd want to be. I feel like for free throws, you need to be 70% and above.
But given the nature of the game, there isn't much.
No excuse. I don't care if it's a weak sauce game or a hard game where you feel like your legs are gone.
Well, it's
70% and above.
Yeah, but the concentration now drops. Particularly, you've seen Ajay laugh and enjoy himself. How many times have you seen him do that in a basketball game?
You know, free throws are always like literally you have no defense, complete open look at the basket. For me, if you're missing your free throws, you're not working on your game. Unless you're Shaq and your hands are so big that you have to shoot free throws awkwardly. Then I'll give you a pass. But I feel like no player should have an excuse to shoot poorly from the free throw line.
Yeah.
It's something that you can work on individually without any rebounder, you know?
Very true, and we just saw a game whereby those free throws were decisive because the best player on the floor kept missing those free throws. And you kept mentioning, and then it came back to haunt them at the end of the day, as Eagles took that win.
And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Kodok continue to maintain the lead, 74 to Anyanya's 47 points.
Wow. Incredible. This is just, I expected at least some bit of fight from Anyanya. Yes, they are trying to put up a fight, but they're not doing it as a team. They're doing it individually. And when you're playing basketball individually, it will just become more difficult as we look at these replays here. Shea with a dunk.
As we get back to the action here, Kodok Warriors continuing to maintain a significant lead, 74 to 47, against the team from Kajiado that has struggled with their scoring and more so with their efficiency on the floor, finding the open man. But anytime they do make the extra pass, they do get at least 3 or 4 players on their team involved, good things are happening. In the meantime, Jordan Ripkew leads his team in scoring with 26 points.
Turnover. Nearly he got it back, Alvin. Otieno. Ripkew is out. Biora's checked in for Kodok.
And steps out of bounds. It's a turnover that they can afford, though. As Otieno to inbound. Otieno at the wing. Didn't want to wait for the screen. And then now the ball is swatted right out of the air by Makuch Deng.
Yeah.
Take another look at that replay. The drive and kick. Then the rejection.
I thought Mabut went quite slow on that one, just very casually thinking, why not? Marcus Deng is one of those players who is not going to let you just go and score when he's there. Well, you can see the body language of the Anyanya 1 players. You can just feel like they're really not up for it.
Jordan manages to get the first free throw. And he's been shooting well from the line. See, 80%.
Yeah, he's been the bright spot. He's been the bright spot. Despite us insisting that they should pass the ball more, he's the one player who's not passed the ball, but he's had an end product at the end of it. But the rest of them taking that kind of approach and not delivering for the team, that is just not right. You need to deliver for your team if you're going to take that approach like Jordan has.
And he is hitting all his free throws.
Exactly the kind of player you're talking about.
I like it.
Yeah.
Didn't have the legs to finish that last one. Here comes Alier. Alier so quick off the dribble, he gets a little push, and that's going to be a team foul on Anyanya. So the winner of this game will join the Mentors, Nakuru Hawks, and Sud Eagles in the finals.
Yeah, Sud Eagles pulled a shock by defeating the #1 seed and the team that has scored the most points in this tournament so far.
That was an exciting game to watch, and I guarantee the action tomorrow is going to be even more exciting as we see Jordan with the runner to get Anyanya to 52 points. Jordan Ripkew, look at his statistics up on your screens right now. Very comfortable carrying the offensive load for this team.
Well, the 58% from the 2-point line, the 42% from the 3-point line, and the rebound 3. So I think the downfall for this team, Anyanya 1, is just the assist part. They're not playing us together as a team. And he would have carried that load with 27 points. He should be part of that winning team.
Jordan puts the Jets on. Finish on the other end of the floor. Took advantage of the lapse of judgment on that pass for Kodok Warriors. And you can see Kodok Warriors now, they've actually gone deeper into their bench. A lot of new faces on the floor that we don't traditionally see get a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
Nice finish there from Aguirre. Otieno fires.
Finally getting his first from beyond the arc in today's game.
Alier. Ball is stolen once again by Jordan to get him another field goal and forces Kodok Warriors to call a timeout. Scores right now are 59-78. So still a very comfortable lead. But Anyanya have gone on a bit of a scoring run here in the last few minutes. So I'm sure that it's wise of the coach to call the timeout. Because, you know, right now they're in a favorable position. But what if they find themselves in a similar position tomorrow in the semifinal game?
It might be
when playing a tougher team.
Yeah, it might be very difficult for them. However, you've just mentioned something before this scoring run for Anyanya came into play. There was the issue of the substitution. You said they've gone very deep into their bench to bring on the players who have not been playing. They've essentially been on the bench for much of the tournament. But they've been given an opportunity now to come and show that with even that lead, they could be able to extend it. Instead, it's going the reverse way now. Anyanya are having a good time.
So as a coach, What do you think you would do? Would you change the lineup to go back to your starting five and the players that you rely on, or would you let the second unit figure it out?
Well, I would. The timeout, I hope, has helped the Kodok Warriors, because if it hasn't helped, then you'll have to start rotating a little bit slowly by slowly. By the time you get to the fourth, or the third, or the fifth minute, then you've all your starters back on the floor.
Aguirre off target. Jordan will bring the ball up. He's got a calm on him. Now Atian at the wing. Feeds the post. Squared up. No go. Machot comes up empty as Atian brings the ball up for the Warriors. The handoff to Gatquoth. Gatquoth off 1 foot. Can't get it to drop. Jordan putting his head down, trying to work his way to the cup, and goes down hard. He was trying to split the defense.
Yeah. No, just clear him out, I think. Looks like a tackle for me there. Considering the way Jordan went down as well.
It was a hard fall.
Yeah. Well, just a side ball for his troubles.
6:44 to go in this game. Low shooting percentage for Anyanya at 33. It's really Jordan alone who has been able to perform on the offensive end for the team in maroon. Jordan is now at 35 points. The next top scorer is Otieno at 10, as we see number 12, Mabut Deng, hit the 3-ball. Glimmers of hope, but that's just it, glimmers.
Oh, my coach, come on. There was no push, you just traveled. Why would you say you were pushed and you just traveled? He didn't want to put the ball down, so he just traveled. And the players never accept when they've traveled, do they?
And that's a good take, good find for Mabut Deng on the finish. And this is what Anyanya should have been doing from the opening whistle.
This could have been a much closer game. It's now just a 14-point game.
Another steal.
Score
Atian.
this one and they're right back in it.
Atian with the finish. Energy gone up extensively for Anyanya. He's giving them a new lease on life. The steal, and then the layup finish on the other end of the floor is exactly the kind of energy Anyanya need to close out this game with their heads high.
I like to agree with you with that brother sentiment, because if Joshua had done something like that, it'd be overly dramatic. Don't you think? You love it when the players show emotion like that, knowing that they have just got their team right back in it.
I really enjoyed watching Joshua at the CL Slam Dunk competition.
Yeah.
I loved his energy. I loved his flair. Like you said, I love the drama. So yeah, I think they're brothers. We look that up.
Yeah, we'll have to for the next game, particularly for the next game.
So it's 5:57 to go here in the fourth quarter. Kodok Warriors 78 to Anyanya 66 points. Anyanya have come alive in the last couple of minutes, gone on a little bit of a run here, and managed to cut down what had become a 21-point lead to 12 points.
Well, it's right back. Game on. It's game on. And now we've seen this before. Kodok need to hold their own. I think you ask me what do? I bring my starters all back on, because now
I don't think it's time yet to hit the red panic button. But it looks like the coach has heard your opinion.
Well, nobody's
Malek is back on the floor, so is Marol.
Baka is back on there as well. So you realize that the second unit now realize that this is not quite an easy game, and there we go. You see, the starter, Baka.
Such a pretty shot.
Yeah. A swish, nothing but the net. So And he has 15 points laid back, little by little. And
Etienne,
there you
still
go.
cold from beyond the arc. Here comes Etienne bringing the ball up. Bounce pass to Mbaka. Mbaka, it's a long-range midi. It's going to be 2 points, and just like that, a 5-point contribution from Dismas Mbaka in less than a minute of play, coming off of the bench. Coming off of the bench, so meaning his body has cooled down.
And he's already got 5 points. I told you, you bring back your starters because there is absolutely no way I leave my bench players on that court after they've just blown up a 10-point lead in less than 2 minutes. I cannot do that.
Good find with a baseline cut from James Marol, who's having a laugh with his teammate, Kel Deng. Deng looked surprised to receive the ball. I think that's what it was.
Yeah. And it's good now. You see, now he can calm down. The coach now can calm down knowing that he's about to get his 20-point lead back in less than what? 1 minute 30? So it's a good decision. He knew that if he continues to let that happen, and you know the worst part of a basketball game is you wait until it's 5 points, and suddenly you start bringing back your starters on, and they cannot get going.
I was going to say he should have waited until 5-6 points.
You see?
Live life on the edge. Be courageous.
You'll be out of the tournament because there's no second game. When you blow up this one and you're gone, you're out of the tournament.
Daniel Atian. Reverse lane is going to get there. Here comes Mbaka. The kick out for the shot. And how will you stop the bleeding? David Etienne putting Kodok Warriors back in a very, very good 20-point lead. Timeout on the floor, and that has just taken the wind out of the sails of Anyanya, who fought so hard to bring this lead down.
Silali, I'm afraid I will not agree that they were fighting so hard. I just think they came up against a unit that they could run ragged. But in this case, they brought back the unit that did hammer them. They've hammered them throughout the game, and suddenly it's back to 20 points. I don't think they were fighting hard. I just think they came up against a unit that they could run ragged and get some points on the board. But they've been outclassed so far, and the class is there for you to see. Well, you're not here, but I can see my colleague here shaking her head because she cannot believe that it just went back to 20 points almost immediately.
I was just starting to be hopeful for Anyanya.
I know. I could see your face.
You know, Kajiado is not so far from my shago. So I was feeling an emotional attachment, but I think it's not looking good for Anyanya.
Yeah, it's now 66, and if they're not careful, this is going to hit the century very soon.
3-point shot off target.
I'm thinking that now they're thinking of hitting that century mark for this basketball game.
Well, they certainly have the time to do it. As we say, Kel Deng fouled, so he'll head to the free throw line. Deng has not stopped smiling in the last 3 minutes. Must be nice to be a winner and to have this kind of a lead when you still have 3 minutes and 56 seconds left on the game clock.
Well, it's only 9 points to that century mark. And 3 minutes, 56 seconds. We've seen they can score, what, 10 points in less than a minute? So count 3, we are talking about maybe, give or take. They should have a target of maybe 110 if it is anything to go by.
Off on the second free throw, get the offensive board. David Etienne misses the corner 3. Here comes Otieno. Gets it into Jordan. Jordan, automatic, but off the mark. Baka now to bring the ball up. You can see nobody home. Nice, easy lay-in for Malek. And Anyanya are looking tired.
Not just tired, they're being overrun like they are. This is just for a quarterfinal game, I expected much better. Oh, lovely play and a big dunk there from Jordan Ripkui. He's up to 37 points.
Malek, easy finish for him. Anyanya don't have the legs, they don't have the heart. They don't have any more fight left in them. It's very apparent.
Now their mission is to try and make sure that they do not consider 100 points in this particular game, because that would make it a real hammering.
David Etiang didn't have the legs to finish the layup, and you could hear his teammates on the bench.
They were so happy for him. They all thought he was going for it.
Dismas Mbaka, 12 assists, 15 points, shooting 75% from the field, 50% from three. That is your man of the match, if I ever saw one.
Certainly, certainly.
A double-double from points and assists. You know, 15 assists, that's 14 times more than what Anyanya have.
They managed only 2, seriously. How do you manage 2 assists? It's an incredible basketball game. I don't think we'll see a game like this in quite a while.
Okay, no, we've seen Anyanya are up to 5 assists now.
Well, they've tried though, compared to what they had.
Dismas Mbaka has 10 more assists than the entire Anyanya team combined, as Malek now another block under his belt. Anyanya, a calm, thinking twice about driving into the lane, and it's going to be another jump ball.
He wasn't thinking about passing that basketball. He wouldn't have gone into a jump ball. And he just passed it to a teammate. This is what they've done the whole game. And even in the last 9 seconds, they're still doing the same thing.
And that's going to be a walk on Makuch Deng.
The number 9 was free. He'd already done the hard work. Just give him the basketball, let him attempt, because he's free. Travel.
Another travel. And players starting to lose a little bit of focus here. Kodok Warriors, will they reach a century before the game clock expires? We shall find out.
You become so individual, an individual-minded player that you have. We've seen 2 of those in this game. Meanwhile, you only have got 5 assists for the whole game. I mean, how bad can it get? Just pass the basketball. The team is about to run out. Just pass to a teammate there. Because you already know you're going to lose the game, but just pass the ball.
What? That was an almost travel call again. But you know, when teams panic and when they get into desperate situations, passing is actually the last thing on their mind. That's when everyone has a hero mentality.
Oh my God.
Malek, ball stolen. Steal goes to Machot. And now Mabior kicks it out to Akom for the 3 ball. And it's looking like Kodok Warriors are not just having fun with these final seconds of the game left.
Well, the game is over, so it doesn't really matter. It's a quarterfinal, so it doesn't really matter how many points you win by, so long as you're through to the next round.
You see what I mean? Like right now, no one is thinking about passing. It's the last thing on your mind.
Even the big man wants to dribble through.
And it's going to be Deng who pulls it out for the 3-point attempt. Rebound Aguirre and the putback. Kodok Warriors, so many expected them to reach 100 points. Looks like they're going to be stuck at 98. The miss. You can hear the bench cheering, egging them on.
They're going to get it. They're going to get it.
There we go. 100 points for the Kodok Warriors.
Well, it was inevitable. There was no way they're not going to reach 100 points. The minute they scored those quick baskets to return to 20 points difference.
And you can see the boys are going to let the clock run down. That will bring us to the end of this game. Kodok Warriors blow out Anyanya, 100-68 points. And this game was entirely in the control of Kodok Warriors pretty much from the opening buzzer. But let's take a look at the statistics here. The free throw situation was not good for Kodok Warriors, but no problem. They were hitting their field goal shots, 2-pointers, and Jordan Ripkew, number 14, was the top performer for Anyanya, and he finished this game with 37 points. That's a monster of a game, but it was not enough for Anyanya. Again, basketball is a team sport, so not enough for Anyanya to make something out of it. And on the other end, Kodok Warriors had 6 players in double digits, led by Marol James, 19 points, and Dismas Mbaka, our man of the match, finishing things out with 15 points and 15 assists. So it is going to be the Kodok Warriors who will move on to the semifinals, as it's the end of the road for Anyanya. And Kodok Warriors will join Dementors, Nakuru Hawks, and of course Sud Eagles in the quarterfinals. We will get those fixtures to you. Make sure you follow our social media page, Okapisportsnetwork. Clay, as usual, it's always a pleasure covering local games with you. And we'll be together again tomorrow and for the finals.
Yes.
So
I cannot wait to see what comes then. And it's always nice to have you around here at Okapi Sports Network. We tend to enjoy the games very well. Sometimes we find the games a little bit slow, but they do get interesting at some point.
They do indeed. So the knockout stage continues tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us this beautiful Nairobi evening. Have a lovely rest of the night.